a 4 ans, dans le village reculé de Sangapi, l'agent de santé Isaac a vécu un cauchemar personnel. Sa femme, Mélissa, a été évacuée par avion vers un hôpital près du mont Hagen en raison de graves complications liées à sa grossesse. Resté pour gérer le petit centre de santé de Sangapi, Isaac a reçu la terrible nouvelle, l'état de Mélissa s'aggravait. Sans avion disponible, désespéré de la retrouver, Isaac est parti à pied. Mais une rivière en crue lui a barré la route, mettant fin à son voyage. Comment obtenir de l'aide quand on vit dans l'isolement ? Pour comprendre la difficulté, 2 pilotes de la MAF, Yann et Taimon, ont décidé de faire les 22 minutes de vol depuis le mont Hagen jusqu'à Sangapi pour affronter le même terrain accidenté et les obstacles incessants qu'Isaac avait rencontrés 4 ans auparavant. Ensemble, avec Isaac et les membres de la communauté locale, ils entreprennent ce qui est censé être une randonnée de 2 jours pour retourner au mont Hagen.
If no one comes to pick you up with an aircraft, you're just stuck. You're isolated. It was always my dream to fly to one of the remote bush locations where we usually fly to all the time anyway, and then hike the same route back to just see what difference this flight makes for the locals who usually hike. We decided to go to the village of Sangapi, which is quite remote and also elevated in the highlands of Papouasie-Nouvelle-Guinée.
I'm amazed by how remote these places are. Sangapi is one of those, for example, a place that is about 20-25 minutes away flight-wise, and it's just so remote, like there's no road to Sangapi.
Le voyage de retour au mont Hagen est prévu pour durer 2 jours. Le premier jour, l'équipe traverse une crête voisine pour descendre dans la vallée de Jimmy. Le deuxième jour, ils traversent la rivière Jimmy où une voiture les attendra pour les emmener en 4 heures de route jusqu'au mont Hagen. Mais d'abord, ils sont accueillis par leurs hôtes de Sangapi.
Isaac and Melissa are quite amazing people to us. They were extremely friendly, very welcoming. They are also a big help for the community. They are running the medical station in Sangapi, and they are also responsible for calling MAF in case a medevac is needed.
This is one of my dreams. When I was graduated, I feel that I want to go out to the remote place and serve.
When I was in college, I had a dream to work in remote places like this to save lives in remote places. When I finished graduate from Kojib, Natural College of Nursing, I met Isaac.
Then we were married, and then after married, almost 4 months, then we came to Sangapi. Yes.
I was pregnant with Anna, 3 months, and then we came to Sangapi.
Et cet après-midi de vendredi à Sangapi, Yann et Taimon ont rejoint Isaac et Mélissa près du feu, où le couple leur a raconté leur histoire.
2021, I was pregnant and 7 months. So I have severe preéclampsie, high blood pressure, which we cannot help here. So
She started to develop some edema on the leg, and then she also got edema around the face, swelling around the face and leg.
So I remember it very well. I received a message from Isaac And it said, Melissa is pregnant and she's developing some symptoms that are really concerning. And she wasn't quite yet due to have her baby. We made the decision that Melissa needed to be brought to Kujip to be stabilized to look after her and the unborn baby inside of her. She was able to get an MAF flight.
Director said that I will stay back and take care of the facility and then she can come out. We were just married and then there's a first kid. We have the first baby, so in that time of that complication, I supposed to go with my wife.
I feel scared. Isaac will not come with me, so I'm going to miss him. Why not they send him with me? When I arrived at the hospital, they checked me and they saw that the blood pressure was very high.
Over the next 2 to 3 days, it became apparent that we would need to deliver her baby prematurely. I notified Isaac.
I was struggling to go out because there was no plane there. So I decided to walk.
He was willing to just walk to Kujip if he could.
I planned to walk, but I didn't make it.
The rivers were flooded. It was too much of a challenge for him to actually get here.
I was scared. I thought I would lose her. But Isaac never lose hope.
Le jour de la randonnée est arrivé et l'équipe se prépare.
The rough plan is that we go there Friday, we spend the day. On Saturday or the following day, we'll start walking.
We will hopefully arrive at a river at the foot of the mountain range on Saturday evening.
Pour Yann et Taimon, la randonnée les aidera à comprendre la dure réalité que de nombreux Papouasiens vivent chaque jour. Pour Isaac, c'est une occasion de tourner une page de sa vie.
Today it's like reality. I will be very happy to walk and face this challenge during my time back in 2021.
Initially, the tracks were quite good, I would say. We were still hiking on kind of a plateau in the highlands. So it was not dense and thick jungle, it was not really steep. After a few hours, we started hiking up the first ridge, which was quite steep. I didn't expect it to be that steep.
I think in my mind that was probably the toughest bit. I was like, this is going to be hard work, we're going to go uphill.
I was surprised how many leeches there were around.
The leeches, I have no idea what they're doing in the jungle, but they were there and they were starting to get onto our legs and man, it was crazy.
So we could not really stop or take breaks or sit down at all. I constantly tried to snip the leeches away from my feet.
I think we were kind of all thinking, oh, what have we gotten ourselves into?
I'm in the middle of nowhere in Papua New Guinea in the jungle, and there is no one around. It's just forest and animals.
We realized very early on that the terrain was very slippery and muddy, and so it wasn't very easy to walk. It's 5:07, so we're a bit concerned that we're going to be walking in the dark for a bit or camping out here.
So tired a little bit. Yeah.
And then night falls, and we're like grabbing our torches, walking in the jungle, lighting up one step after the next. And it kind of got to a point where we're like, we're not going to make it. We totally ran out of energy, and we then had to make a decision. We have to overnight in the bush. And as much as we didn't really like this idea, it was just like, we were done.
Yes.
I was so exhausted. I did not care about where and how I would sleep. I just wanted to sleep.
But it was great to see the locals, like they were so good. They cleared the jungle, they brought some leaves, made beds for us, built a fire out of nowhere. We had this beautiful fire going, and there was this cool kind of camp atmosphere for a bit.
We were sitting around our campfire, eating some sweet potatoes and cooking bananas. And we were singing two songs. And I realized at that point that was all I needed to hear. One song was God emi stap, which means God is here. And it was quite emotional. I'm in the dark, surrounded by a lot of jungle. We are hours away from anywhere. But God was there as well. And realizing that God is everywhere, singing that song, that meant quite a lot to me. The other song means God is enough to me. And in that moment, everything was enough for me, even a jungle bed. I realized God is actually enough. I don't need anything else. And that was a good realization, I would say.
And falling asleep was like a little moment of peace. Which then got interrupted by heavy rain. At 3 a.m., man, the rain came. Tropical jungle, you know, tropical rain, you had to have it. Like, it was just insane. Like, it rained from 3 to 6 a.m. We had to break up the camp. That was the most miserable time.
Extremely tired. I'm just waiting for the rain to stop and for the sun to rise.
And then it was like, all right, now we finished the hike. And we realized this is it. We're very close to like finishing our journey.
MAF pilots, dogs, and PNG people are never tired.
And then we get to the river.
And there was a village at that river. And I asked the leader of that tribe, when did a white man pass through your village the last time? And he said, you are the first ever.
They make a living from helping people cross the river. We were all excited about how we're going to cross the river, what's going to happen.
I heard that they built some kind of boats so we will safely cross the river, but I don't know what the boats will look like, and I don't know how safely that will actually be.
But then we were told, no, we're not going to cross the river level is too high, it's too dangerous to cross. And so we had to wait. At one point, the car that was going to drive us to Hagen arrived on the other side of the river. So we were sitting, waiting on one side of the river, looking at, our salvation, like our car to get out of here. We looked at these rafts and we were told, with the crossing, you're going to be hanging on for dear life. And yes, indeed, it was like that.
Today it's like reality. And I can see how the people here, they walk. I want to feel the way they feel and face this challenge during my time back in 2021.
Right around the corner where the operating rooms are, that's where we took care of Melissa some years ago.
The doctor, they called me, the baby is not facing towards down. They want me to come out. It was first time for me to walk that way, but I didn't make it. I was very sorry for that time. It's very difficult for me. I thought she will be alive or she will be died or... I was trying to afraid.
Sunrise came, it was time for surgery. We prayed with Melissa, we took her to the operating theater.
I thought I would lose her, but Isaac never lose hope. He prayed and he believed that the Lord gave me, so he wants to take it back, he can take it back.
That crossing, it was intense. It was pretty much the pinnacle of all the walking and all the emotions.
To lie down in that little bamboo boat and trust the guy to carry me over this river.
I was very happy to arrive on the other side, alive.
That was crazy. Hugging my brother on the other side. I said that I made it. I made it this time.
We brought Melissa back to recover on our maternity ward. I wanted to come back to the special care nursery and just check on the baby. I noticed a figure in a sweatshirt standing inside the nursery next to the baby. And they turned around. I noticed that it was Isaac. And he was already holding the hand of his beautiful little baby girl. And he said that MAF had managed to get a flight for him.
Après qu'Isaac ait été forcé de faire demi-tour, il avait reçu un appel de la MAF lui disant de se dépêcher de retourner à la piste d'atterrissage.
I thank God for that. Every time I see my daughter, I thank God for that blessing. She's supposed to cry or she's supposed to face some complication, but she made it through.
She is a miracle. We thought that she will not make it, but the Lord was held there and she made it through. So that's why I said she is a miracle.
I thought, yes, the adventure is over. Now I can sit, I can relax, and then 4 to 5 hours we'll be home. I'll have a hot shower and go to bed and sleep.
The driver said he needs to go quickly because there is a section that's really bad that we need to cross before the sun sets.
I realized why the locals call the Toyota Land Cruiser Toyota Land Crusher.
There's no seatbelts in the back. We're driving, hitting these puddles, sliding around, and we're like holding on for dear life in the back thinking, oh man, it's not over yet. This is gonna be a rough ride, and it was a rough ride. I felt motion sickness, so like I was just surviving.
We had to get out of the car a few times, push, work our way through the mud. And I have to say we were in a lucky position that we had the money to basically charter a whole Toyota Land Cruiser just for us. So for the people who want to hike from Sangapi to Hagen, they would have to take another, I don't know, 1 to 2 days.
We drove in the night, and we finally got to Hagen at like 9 or 10 in the evening. Happy to be home, safe, with a crazy adventure behind me. It was quite an adventure.
The trip definitely changed how I view my own work that I do every day.
So as a pilot, we fly over ridges, over valleys, over mountains. We fly over remote areas, and that's what we do every day. We're here to help people, but it's kind of easy to not know how hard it is to actually travel in this country.
I really want to say thank you to the people in Sangapi. It was amazing to hike together with them, to hike their tracks, to identify with them, to see what it's like.
We flow about long Sangapi, 1 hour 10 minutes come long house long Raymond.
They were telling us stories of carrying 50 kilos of coffee bags, or they were telling us stories of carrying sick people out of the jungle. They took us in to come on this adventure. They came along with us. They carried our bags. We tried to carry our bags, but we weren't able to. I hope that our relationships, can stay for many years to come, because they gave, whatever they had, they gave to us and they shared with us. It was really beautiful to see.
So me bla di long carry more back. Reach them me bla. So still me bla give on walk about. Na you bla put down me bla sore. Me bla holy man. Take him ground. Me bla make him come.
The people of Sangapi, their hearts are huge. They're really strong people. It was lovely to experience their generosity and just to experience how they opened their word to us, receiving us and guiding us.
If there was no enemy flame, I should carry my wife. During the journey, I see that it's not easy. The road is too hard, the mountain is too high, the river is not easy for us to cross it. In 2021, I thought that I might lose my wife.
If the aeroplane didn't come here and do a medevac, I think I won't make it, and I also won't make it. I am really thankful for the Lord, for He is always faithful.